Welcome to episode 24 of season 2 of FountainCast, a biweekly podcast brought to you by the Fountain Hills Chamber of Commerce, striving to be your one-stop fountain of information regarding your local business community here in Fountain Hills. I'm host Hannah Toth, and our co-host Karen Anderson is out of the office today, but we look forward to seeing her again in the next episode. As always, be sure to stay tuned after this podcast to learn about upcoming chamber events. In today's episode, we are speaking with chamber member Ed Kramer, here to share with us about his experience as a new business owner of Pearl Nutrition and Energy here in Fountain Hills, as well as the health benefits of their delicious products. Pearl Nutrition and Energy offers delicious teas, aloe refreshers, shakes, energy bombs, and waffles, all in unique and creative flavors and with fantastic health benefits. So I'm looking so forward to hearing Ed's story of Fountain Hills and his experience running a business here in town. Ed, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Well, we are just so excited to have you. And to start us off, we'd love to hear about your journey in Herbalife and how it led you to owning Pearl Nutrition here in Fountain Hills.
Okay, so I got started with Herbalife. It's been about 11 and a half years ago. We were actually walking through a mall and we were handed a card to come try a shake at a smoothie bar just like ours in South Bend, Indiana, where we're originally from. We went in, tried a smoothie, and felt amazing. Like the next day I actually felt a difference from the smoothie. So we went back and checked it out, sat down and did a free wellness evaluation, got on an Herbalife nutrition program, and over the course of the next 3 to 6 months, I lost a total of 62 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, wasn't planning on doing any Herbalife business or anything like that. But then what had happened is people started asking me, like, you're changing, what are you doing? And I just showed them what I was doing and they started buying it from us. So we kept, through that process, started pretty much an accidental business and it kind of took off from there.
Wow.
And, we've helped thousands of people with their weight loss journey throughout the 11 years or so. And it's been an amazing journey. And we just love helping people get that result and have an amazing result that they can take and show and feel better. And it builds a lot more confidence in people.
That's fantastic. That is so cool to hear. Now, I have been in a couple times, but I get Pearl Nutrition very often because here at the chamber we are big fans. And the aloe refreshers are my absolute favorite. The flavors are amazing. So I have to ask, I know there's a lot of health benefits to them, but what exactly does aloe do for the body for someone who hasn't heard of it before?
Okay, so people have had the aloe in the stores before. They usually buy it and it's a little gooey, not tasting so good, but they didn't come and try ours and it tastes amazing. So, and we kept people asking for more cups of it. So we came up with a thing called an aloe refresher, which is pretty much a glass of our flavored aloe. It comes in cranberry, mandarin, or mango. And then we come up with drinks and add some, fruity drinks to it and make it more like a fruity drink. It's good for you. Aloe helps with digestion. It helps your body absorb nutrients. It helps heal anything that comes in contact with it.
Wow.
So people put an aloe on their skin cuts for years. It pretty much does the same thing from the inside out. And as you keep on drinking it, it will help with other ailments throughout the body. We've seen it help acne, sores, everything like that. It just kind of helps heal the body from the inside out. And that's what we kind of say about that. And it works really well.
That's really fascinating because I know for aloe, I know to put it on a sunburn, right? Most people know that trick. But when it comes to healing the body from the inside and out, that's such an interesting perspective and a cool thing to know about a plant, right?
Yes.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah. And it's been around for thousands of years. It's been used throughout history.
Yeah.
In aloe plants.
It really is incredible how nature really did provide us with everything we need, For your other products as well, how are the protein shakes at Pearl Nutrition and Energy different from what we might see elsewhere?
Okay, so I actually get this question quite a bit. So it happens quite often. So first thing I tell them is quality. So quality is number one. And with Herbalife, they put quality first. It's far above and beyond everything else. They actually go out and test everybody's product on the market to make sure that they have the best on the market. We're the largest nutrition company in the world. We're going to hit, probably in the next couple of years, we're going to hit $10 billion in sales, which our nearest competitor, just in the shake market, doesn't even come anywhere close to that.
I'm sure.
And they do that with all their products. They have, I put some notes down. So the shake that you get at Pro Nutrition. Before we even serve it, it's had 380 tests done to it before it even leaves the facilities. So it's tested thoroughly. I've actually been at the facility in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where they bought the old Dell factory. The factory is so large that you can take every NFL football field and put it inside the building. That's how large that facility is.
Wow.
And they test the products every 30 minutes, and it's kind of cool because I've seen this guy. He's on a bicycle. It takes him 30 minutes to make one lap, and he picks up samples all the way around and brings it back, and they're constantly going around. He's got a great job. He just rides a bike all day and picks up samples.
Incredible.
The tea is tested over 120 times, just our little tea, which is grown in China, and it's a very powerful tea. We have 7 labs. One lab that tests all the other labs to make sure they're staying up to snuff on everything and make sure they got the latest and greatest. We have 7 research and development labs that all they do is research and develop on new products that are coming out and getting down to those fine nutrients that everybody has. We have 5 plants that are innovation and manufacturing. One of them was the Winston-Salem place. We have 5 of those locations worldwide. We spend over $300 million in facilities, and we are the #1 shake globally. And that's not put out by Herbalife. That's a second-party company saying that we have the #1 shake in the world.
That's incredible.
So that's just the quality there. So I know that you're getting quality in every product. And like our sports line that we got, it's all NSF certified. It's safe for all athletes. It's used by the Olympians. If you go to the NFL Combine, it's served at the NFL Combine because they know it's clean and safe.
Right.
And that's one thing, I was talking with somebody earlier, is I used to be a football coach. And before Herbalife, I couldn't recommend products to a student because I didn't know if they were safe or not.
Right.
You go over to the in your box stores and they could give you a product, but it's not safe. And if I give that to a student, they'll lose their scholarships. So we can't do that. Using an Herbalife product, I know I can give them a safe product and they will not lose their scholarship. And Herbalife will back it. They'll test the products, they save all batches, and they'll test them, and if some kid gets popped hot, they will pull the batch that he's got and each batch on either side just to test to make sure it is very clean.
Yeah.
So you can't there's no other company in the world that does what Herbalife does with their products. Yeah. And I've seen the facilities, I've been in their labs, and they're state of the art, and it's amazing.
That's incredible. And of course I'm no expert when it comes to protein powder, but I can taste the difference as a consumer. I really can, as compared to other protein powders that I've tried for my workout routine. There's a clear difference when you go to Pro Nutrition. Yes. So it's really cool to hear that.
And there's one other thing too. There's a thing they call a protein absorption factor. So all of our smoothies, they come with a minimum of 24 grams of protein in them. You can get different levels if you want. You can up that if you want to. But there's a thing called a protein absorption factor. And all shakes on the market have been tested for this. And a 1 is a perfect score. So if you go to like a box store again and buy the protein off the shelf, or Walmart or Costco, any of those other stores, and buy that protein, most of those have a rating of about a 0.2 to 0.5. So I'm just going to use easy numbers. Say it has 10 grams of protein in it, but it only has a 0.5. Your body is only getting 5 grams of protein.
Oh, wow.
Okay. A lot of people don't know that, and they go to these big box stores and they buy these big jugs of protein.
Right.
Mostly fillers, but the protein absorption rate is like 0.2.
Okay.
Herbalife guarantees every product, every protein is a 1. That means if it says 10 grams, you're getting 10 grams.
That's fantastic.
If it says 50, you're getting 50. And a lot of people don't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes back to quality.
Right.
Always back to
Absolutely.
quality.
And how that works in the body is always really interesting to me. For your other products, I know you have the collagen, the B vitamins. These are all things that we as consumers, we might hear about a lot, but if we're not really involved in that world, we might not really know what that actually means. So could you talk to us a little bit about collagen and B vitamins as well?
B12 booster. Okay, so we have collagen, is a versatile collagen, which just helps with hair, skin, and nails. So, it just helps with the hair grow. My wife, she's got very long hair, and every time she goes and gets her hair done, the hairdressers are like, whatever you're doing to your hair, it looks great, it's growing so fast. Your nails grow faster. So, all the beauty salons should love us selling collagen because they've got to get their hair and nails done a lot more often. But it helps with all the hair, skin, and nails. And especially as we get older, our body produces less collagen. So we need to reintroduce that into the body.
Right.
So if you're, getting older and maybe you have some thin skin, it's because your body's not producing collagen. We've got to add collagen back into it for the skin, hair, and nails. Now there is another collagen that's for bones and joints. That's not ours. That's a different one. This is for skin, hair, and nails. So we got to make sure we're clear on that. So don't come in. I don't want people coming in and saying, I got sore knees, I need to take collagen. That's not ours. Sorry.
Right.
Other stuff for that. But that's kind of how that goes. And it's a strawberry watermelon. Tastes amazing. You can get it in any drink that we have, energy drink, or there's some smoothies that are actually good in it as well.
Wonderful.
So there's some, if you get more of the fruit smoothies, they're really good in that. And then our B12 booster, those are actually, they're called liftoffs. They have ginseng in them. They have all your B vitamins. They've got paxin. They've got all these nutrients in there that's for energy. And it does have caffeine. It's a natural caffeine that's in them. But those are going to give you your B vitamins. And you can, 1 or 2 of those a day is great for the body. Helps get to all those nutrients. And it's going to give you a ton of energy for that. We put them in our energy bombs. We actually put them in the aloe refreshers if you request them. We got another drink called a Bad and Bougie, which is in that. Once you have one of those, you don't go back because they have the nitric oxide, they have the collagen in it, they have the B12 booster in it, has protein in it, it comes in a 32-ounce cup, tastes amazing. And the nitric oxide that's in there helps with blood support, so it's going to help with those cold hands, cold feet. On a 112-degree day, you're not going to have that too often, but it helps with blood circulation, getting the blood down into the extremities where it needs to happen. Which is it's pretty much everything in the kitchen sink. We just throw it in 1 cup and get to have it, and it tastes amazing. And we sell a lot of those around here, so it's really good products.
Fantastic, and I love the name for that. That's so creative.
I did not come up with that one. Our teammates did. We have 50. I think it's about 52 locations across the country now.
Wow. That's incredible.
We've been doing this a while.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So for speaking again, for the consumers that may not be as involved in a healthy lifestyle or that nutrition world, what is your recommendation to someone that's just starting off, doesn't really know what they want, doesn't really know what to do about it?
Well, first off, if you're just getting started, first thing I can say, which is the number one thing, drink more water. Really, getting the water down first is probably key. We tell people take your body weight, divide it by 2. That's how many ounces minimum you drink a day. That's how we start with our clients. You're drinking that much water every single day. That's not a goal, that's a minimum. You need to go past that. And then we start work, then you can get a hold of us, which we'll talk about that later. And we'll sit down and do a free wellness profile and set up a nutrition program for you. Using Herbalife products, we will recommend for you. You can take them or leave them. You'll leave with all the information you need to just kind of get a good foot in the ground. But believe it or not, what I find is most people are not eating enough food. People think they need to stop eating food to lose weight. Yes, you're calorie restricting, but you need to eat to lose weight.
Right.
By starving yourself that's a diet. We want to teach you a lifestyle change that you can stick with for the rest of your life. And I've lost 62 pounds 11 years ago and still have it off today. And I'm 56 years old, best shape of my life, can run 10 miles, no problem. 11 years ago, you told me to do that. There was no way that's happening. But it's teaching that lifestyle that's going to keep your body at the peak condition and ideal weight that we can do. And so we'll set you up with that nutrition program. Watch the carbs, watch the fats, watch the proteins. So those are the 3 we focus on. And if you can keep those dialed in at the proper ratios, we can get you on a weight loss, weight gain journey. We do both, up and down. And just kind of get those going. And it's really, that's how we do it.
And that's fantastic. I mean, it's so amazing to have a company like yours here in town where we can go, you make a whole plan. There's these amazing flavors. I can't stop talking about the flavors, but
over 90 flavors of smoothies.
It's incredible. Follow them. We'll talk about it in a minute, but when we do talk about their contact information, follow them on Instagram and Facebook because there's a new flavor It feels like nearly every day, and it's so fun. Anyway, speaking of the new flavors, I heard you have a fall line coming out very soon.
Secret,
it's
but
top secret.
it'll be out
Okay.
after that day, so we'll be good.
Okay.
We have some pumpkin flavors coming out September 1st, so those will be coming out. I think we have about 6 new flavors coming out.
That's fantastic.
And then I'll have the energy bombs, and we are thinking of starting to do healthy donuts. We do the waffles, so we're thinking of doing healthy donuts. We're just working on the recipes right now.
Right.
We'll see if we want to make sure it tastes good. It's got to taste
course.
good, or people won't buy it. And obviously, that's why we sell so many smoothies. But the donuts have to taste good, and we're just the donuts taste good. We just got to get the toppings, and
fun.
we make them taste good and healthy. So that's what we're kind of working on at that point.
That's amazing. Well, I can't wait to see those. That's very exciting. And to go check out those fall flavors. When this episode airs, we'll be about ready for that. So we'll all mob over after 8 a.m. on Friday, listening to the episode. We'll all head over to Pearl.
That'll work.
So your business is, as I've kind of bragged about earlier, is extremely creative when it comes to marketing. And it's so fun to watch you guys on social media. So could you share more about your customer appreciation days? You just recently had one, but when's our next one? How do those work?
So we're talking business side of it. So it's in business, because before Herbalife and before we had smoothie bars, me and Gina actually own a very large corporation. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, and we own a large manufacturing and engineering firm. And business is innovate and market. Innovate and market. You just duplicate that over and over again. So we're constantly trying to innovate new things, waffles, donuts, new flavors, stuff like that. And we're kind of restricted. I mean, it's not like we can come up with these crazy things. But you innovate and then market. Our Customer Appreciation Day is a marketing tool to get people to come in, and we actually do appreciate our customers, so we give them a little discount at that point. But it's more like we give giveaways and really appreciate the customers and really getting that customer experience. So we opened a location in Bloomington, Indiana, right next to Indiana University. And I'm just going to go. This is kind of the marketing side of it, where we got innovative. So while we were building out this is during COVID, by the way. So like COVID's going down, restaurants are pretty much closed. And we're still going out to restaurants, some of them are open. And the one thing that we noticed, and we have noticed it here in Fountain Hills, not so much, but the waiters and wait staff were not very friendly. I mean, they would, what do you want? Take your order, come back, here's your plate, anything else you need, build that personal relationship across the bar, across the counter, build that relationships with them, and you've built that customer that will back you up. So that's kind of one of our innovative things, is just be very friendly. Now, we do honestly love our customers. They're great. They're actually starting to be some of our best friends here in town. We're having a great time with them.
That's fantastic.
And then the next thing is our social media. We do a lot of social media marketing. We have a location in Terre Haute, Indiana, called Fifth Street Nutrition, and we started there. If you check in on social media, either we said Facebook, Instagram, we even said Snapchat, and then we even said funny, you can even do it on MySpace if you want. Some people might remember those. But we'll give you $1 off just for checking in on social media and throwing a picture up of our smoothie.
Cool. Yeah.
So what we have done is you have marketed to their center of influence for $1. And how much would it cost you to go out and market to every one of those people, 6, 7, 1,500 people? What would that cost you? Does it cost you more than $1? So we started putting that across the board. It came the 6th most place checked out in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Wow.
Within 3 months. And then other businesses started doing it, and they were asking, well, why are you doing that for? You check in and get 5% off your bill or something like that. Minimal charge. And they're like, well, if Fifth Street's doing it, it's working for them, so we're going to start doing it. Yeah. So that's a very simple thing if you're like in a restaurant business. Hey, if you want to check in on social media, take a picture of your meal, throw it up on social media, we'll knock X off your bill. That's all we've done, and it works really well. And it's starting to get the marketing out. So that's some of the stuff we do with innovation and marketing on social media. And we do Instagram and Facebook, because it's 2 different markets. Younger generation is more Instagram, older generation, me, It's more Facebook,
Right.
but I do have both, and it's just marketing back and forth, and then showing a very positive environment, and just being excited about what you're doing. And we love what we do. Like I tell people every day, I would work this for free every day. I just love being behind the bar. We just went on vacation a week ago, and I couldn't wait to get back because I missed working the smoothie bar.
Oh my goodness!
So because it's our friends. We want to see our friends and stuff. So that's kind of the way it went.
That's amazing. That's such a blessing to be so passionate about what you do and to genuinely love all the aspects of it.
Yeah.
And it's so clear talking to you about your business how much you love it, which is incredible. So having successfully started your business in April in Arizona, we'd love to hear your advice for fellow business owners in Fountain Hills.
I would say, be innovative, get out in the marketplace, be part of the society and the community, give back to the community. We're big in giving back. If we get kids organizations that come, and children's organizations, it's no question. We're just, what do you need? Here's your donation, whatever you need. Always give back to the community. And we do that at all our locations.
Right.
We have children's organizations that we support. They have a thing called Casa Herbalife, which is a Herbalife house for kids, and there's a bunch of them all over the world. We were just at an event in July, and they had a goal for 2 days to raise $100,000 for our kids. And these are kids in Brazil. Most of them are in the United States, but they're like in Brazil, Mexico, all over the world. And it goes into a big fund, and then they're all supported through that. So in 2 days, we had to raise $100,000 just by the people in the room. And there was 18,000 people in the room. So we raised $146,000 in 2 days.
That's amazing.
And it was just hit the button, send in some money. That's all it was. And it wasn't, you got nothing for it. But we just kept giving. That's what we do, is give the kids. And kind of like one of the stories, like how we got here, we actually moved to Fountain Hills to slow down. We'd opened a bunch of stores, a bunch of locations. We left our house in Elkhart, Indiana, moved to Terre Haute, Indiana, moved to Bloomington, Indiana, and then left Bloomington, went back to Terre Haute, and then moved here.
Oh my goodness.
Because we were just opening locations during COVID, and during COVID we were so busy we couldn't open stores fast enough.
Right.
It was booming. So we moved here to slow down, to not do that anymore. And then Tim, the previous owner, I've known him for years, even before we'd even moved here. He's a great guy, nothing but respect for the guy. But he's like, dude, I gotta do a career change. Do you want to take over the location? And I'm like, I wasn't planning on it. We looked at the numbers and like, we can make this work. And then we put our systems and structures in place, and really just kind of grown it. It's really been really well. So we love giving back to the community. So we're taking that, whatever football team, basketball team, whatever needs something, just let us know. We'll take care of it. We'll figure out a way to get it done. We have a fundraiser program that will raise money for any organization, and it's a lot of fun.
That's wonderful.
So anything like that. But new business, get in the community and give back. What's that saying? For those who have given, much is expected. That's kind of what we do. I mess it up a little bit, but kind of that way. And that's kind of how we go with that, and just get out in the community and really fall in love with this area. It's a beautiful area.
It really is. We're all very lucky to live here in Fountain Hills.
It looks a lot better than the corn in Indiana.
So finally, how can we contact you?
You can come into Pearl Nutrition. We're there pretty much every day.
Yes.
I left there, came here. I'll go right back there and finish up the day. You can contact me by cell phone, 574-596-4396. Hit us up on any of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook. Doesn't matter. We'll figure out a way. If you want to do a free wellness profile, come on in, set up an appointment. We'll sit down and go over the whole thing. It does not cost anything. There's no obligation. We do it all the time. We'll put you on a scale. Yes, we will put you on a scale. It'll tell us, your body fat and everything that we need to know to set up a nutrition program. I'll set your calories, proteins, and if you want to do what we do with our Herbalife nutrition program, it's great. If not, no problem. You have the information. You can go take it and go on your own. We have people that do that as well. But I would say most of the time they come back and say, okay, I can do a shake here and there.
Yeah.
Or what a lot of people have started doing in this area, they're coming in once or twice a day. And we had a girl 2 days ago said she's lost 7 pounds in 3 weeks just coming in twice a day.
That's incredible.
So
That's
just
really
change your diet.
Yeah.
And we've got another guy that he's lost 13 pounds in about a month.
Wow.
So, got on a nutrition program, lost 13 pounds. He's been coming in once a day, grabbing one, and he has one at home. So we'll tailor fit it to whatever your budget is. We'll look at the food that you're eating now and how can we transfer money from this food that you're eating that's not the best for you to this one. And let's set you up on a nutrition program. And when you really break it down, it's actually cheaper than eating.
I have heard that before. And that's such an interesting fact because we sometimes don't realize if we go out to eat, if we're busy, right, and I'll just go through the drive-thru, we don't always calculate how much money we're really spending on that. So it is an interesting note to end us on. But yes, be sure to get in contact with Ed and head over to Pearl Nutrition and Energy. Follow them on social media, if only to see the beautiful photos of all of their drinks and waffles. Be sure to stay in contact with them. And thank you so much for being a part of this episode. This has been so much fun.
It is fun. I love it.
Good. I'm so glad. So that will wrap up this episode of FountainCast. Thank you so much again to Ed for joining us to share more about your Fountain Hills business and teaching us a bit about leading a healthy lifestyle. Thank you for our audience for tuning in for another great episode of FountainCast. And don't forget to share FountainCast with friends, neighbors, clients, anyone in your network. And please like, rate, and review FountainCast wherever you listen. One final note, be sure to subscribe to us if you're watching from YouTube, and if you're listening from Spotify, head to YouTube and subscribe to us. We are looking to live stream next year's Thanksgiving Day Parade because it will be our very special 50th anniversary, and we can't wait to share that with all of you. We're so close to the follower count, so just take a moment, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. For upcoming chamber events, if you're joining us for the FHYC Charity Golf Scramble, we can't wait to see you this Saturday to support Guardian First Responders. And don't forget, our 5 o'clock mixer is also right around the corner this Tuesday at Adero Scottsdale Resort CLO restaurant. Head to the chamber website for more details on all of our upcoming events. Request to do your own podcast, uniquely Fountain Hills episode, send us additions to the newsletter, and so much more. Thank you, Fountain Hills, for continuing to be the best community.